and thank you for joining us on the show. As usual, in the studio, I have with me the audience. Welcome. Today, I have two gentlemen and a lady to compliment them this time. Our menu is pretty simple. We are taking on red kidney beans. We're going to be cooking it in one big pot with chicken sausages. So stay with us on the show and find out just how we're going to do that.
If you travel around the world, you will find out that there is no place like Nigeria. Beautiful, peaceful, very warm and friendly climate all year round. Largest concentration of black people in the world. Hospitable, vibrant and happy people. There is no place like Nigeria. A land of opportunities. The biggest window in the world of business and investments. Extremely rich in multicultural diversity. There is no place like Nigeria. Nigeria, truly the heart of Africa. From the Nigerian Tourism Development Corporation, tourism is life.
Thanks for staying with us. Because we are making red kidney beans and red kidney beans takes a while to cook, we are going to set our red kidney beans to boil. And this red kidney beans has been soaking overnight. So it has like 7 hours or 8 hours of soaking already. But we're going to set it to boil. Then when I do that, I'll come back and tell you the rest of the stuff that's going into this one pot menu. Stay with us. So for this menu, we're going to be adding to the red kidney beans, chicken sausages, chili powder, onions, thyme, ginger. We have our cooking oil here. We're also going to use chicken seasoning, salt, green pepper, red peppers, carrots, fresh tomatoes, and curry leaf. We also have, this is kidney beans that has not been soaked. What we soaked and set to boil is like 4 teacups of kidney beans, and when you soak it overnight, it soaks up water and swells up and begins to soften. So that's the size of what we're going to be putting into this one big pot of kidney beans and sausages. But not to worry, you might be thinking, oh, she's not going to have a guest this week. We have a guest. You're going to have to stay with us to find out who is going to be on our show today. So don't go away. The next step is preparation. What we're talking about when we say preparation is just the chopping of these ingredients. So that's what we're going to be doing now in the next few minutes.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
What's the other method of cooking it real soft? The kidney beans.
Well, okay, kidney beans, the problem with cooking kidney beans is time. If you have a lot of time, you can begin to cook it from, say, if you want to eat it in the evening, you put it on the burner or you set fire to it in the morning and just leave it there to continue boiling until you're ready to add the rest of the ingredients.
Can a pressure cooker be used?
Yeah, a pressure cooker will do. But the thing about using pressure cooker when you cook, of course, is that if you want salt and other stuff to really marinate what you're cooking, that means you pressure cook it with the salt and then maybe leave it in the salt water overnight. So when you now cook it like regular beans, let's say, it would have been salted overnight. Because when you pressure cook, the pressure makes the thing cook fast, but all the marinade does not soak into it because of the time. Marinade needs time. That's just the difference. So now we're going to chop first we chop the sausages. Well, not really chopping, we're slicing. This is a really simple menu. It's just cooking time. You have to watch cooking for cooking time. That's the most difficult part of cooking kidney beans. tomatoes. Yeah, it's boiling. Wow. We're just gonna scoop this out. Okay. Salt. Now that it's boiling, at least 1.5 teaspoons of salt. Cover and let that boil for up to 15-20 minutes while we continue to prepare our ingredients. Tomato down, onions. So this menu is just about chopping, preparation. That's all it's all about. Chopped garlic. Next, a little bit of garlic.
I say, natuo. Aluka usa, I say, natuo. Ausa mani food natuo. Natuo, mi ankuka. Natuo, mi antaushe. Natuo, mi angeta kai. Natuo. Aluki do mama ni su okoho. Aluki do mama ni su okoho. Ido mama ni su puna okoho. Okoho. Everybody say okoho. Kai. Okoho. One more time. Okoho. Aluku kalaba, I say. Unana want to 404. Aluku Lebanese, I say. Na shawarma. Aluku Lebanese, I say. Na shawarma. Lebanese money pudu na shawarma. Oh. Na shawarma. They're going to say beef. Shawarma. Chicken shawarma.
We chopped the peppers into squares, into rough cubes. We're going to cut the red pepper. The green pepper is in cubes, but the red pepper we're going to cut into strips. It's just for aesthetics, this one. There's no hard and fast rule. Any way you want to cut your pepper, you can cut it. We're done chopping up. We're going to fry some of the ingredients. We're going to fry them halfway. Then we'll wait for the beans to cook a little more, and then we'll add the fried up ingredients to the beans. So we have one big pot of red kidney beans and sausages. We will be right back. So, like 2 or 3 cooking spoons of cooking oil in the pan. Let that heat up a little, and then we'll add the onions and the garlic. So our onions and garlic are frying away. We're going to add tomatoes to the mix. to the tomato mix, we're going to add the thyme. That's 1 teaspoon of thyme. It goes in. If you like, you can also add white pepper to your mix. But I have chili pepper. You can add both the white pepper and the chili pepper. I'm going to add 2 or 3 cubes. We have 4 teacups of red beans. So let's say we are cooking for 6 or 8 people. As I always say, you should watch the amount of seasoning cubes. We're going to start with 3. When we taste for salt and there's not enough salt, then we're going to add 1 more seasoning cube, because the content of a seasoning cube is mostly salt. That's chicken seasoning cube, by the way, because we have chicken sausages. So we're going to stay with the same seasoning. And I'm going to add to that chili pepper. This is quite hot chili pepper, so we're going to put 2 teaspoons of that. In fact, 2.5. Why not? It's going to be a little bit hot. Also, do remember to constantly add water to your beans. As the beans is cooking, it's going to be soaking up the water, and you have to constantly add water. So you have to keep an eye on the beans and constantly top up the water. There is no limit to the amount of water you can add to the beans. So long as it's not cooked yet, you have to just keep topping up the water. We have some of the ingredients frying away. While we're doing that, we're just going to take a short break and find out just how many varieties of beans we have out there. As to the nutritional value of beans, there's nothing much you can say about it. We all know how nutritional it is. And we have a lot of varieties here in Nigeria, but we're not putting them to good use. That's my opinion anyway. So let's find out just how many varieties are out there. Legumes have always been a crop of utmost importance to people and civilizations through the ages. There are several varieties of beans. The commonly used types include the immature bean pods, referred to as green beans, azuki beans, anasazi, black bean, bolita, cannellini, butter bean, mung, pinto, red kidney beans, black-eyed peas, navy beans, and many more. Dried beans are a good source of vitamin B, potassium, iron, and fiber. It also contains lots of complex carbohydrates. Beans are also a good source of protein and naturally low in fat. Beans have therefore become a part of many recipes, including one-pot meals, salads, dips, and even burgers for vegetarians. Here in Nigeria, the red or white black-eyed beans cooked with palm oil and other seasonings is almost a national staple. Not forgetting moi moi and akara, although removing the skin of the beans does reduce on the food value.
Nigeria, nnukwu obodo aja amatụ n'ụwa niile gba gburugburu agbaala afọ 50 n'otu abidoro echi onwe anyị maọbụ independence n'asụ bekee. Oge eruola a ga-ekwusa esemokwu, tigbuo ozugbo na agwa ọjọọ ndị ọzọ nwere ike ibute nkewa n'etiti anyị. Oge mgbaghara erugo, oge ịfụnanya erugo ka eji ofu obi na-eme maka ọdịmma Nigeria. Nigeria, orílẹ̀-èdè tó ń ṣọ̀fún wàrà tó ń ti wá pé ọmọ ọdún mọ́kànléláàdọ́ta báyìí tí a gbòmìnira. Àsìkò tó láti dẹ́kun ìjà ẹlẹ́yàmẹ̀yà àtẹlẹ́sìmẹ̀sì láàrin ara wa. Àgbájọ la mọ̀ fi sọ̀yà, ẹ jẹ́ ká gbárùkù ti Nigeria kó ba lè kẹsẹ̀ járí. Àmọ́ ṣeéṣe o. Nigeria kasa mai albarka ta cika shekaru 51 da muka samu incin kanmu. Lallai wannan lokaci da na bada shawarwarin musamman mu haɗa gwada juna. Mu daina kashe-kashe akan addini ko kuma kabilanci, babu bambanci tsakaninmu, dukan mu ɗaya ne a gaban Allah mai komai mai kowa. Mu ba gwamnatin da ke kan gado goyon baya domin ci gaban Nigeria. As we dey jolly say Nigeria don knack 51 year, the ogbonge matter wey dey for ground now be say make we stop to dey kill ourselves. Say because I come from south, you come from north, you be Muslim, I be Christian. All of us na the same thing. Make we no gree make the devil spoil this better work wey God don start for Nigeria. Nigeria na our own. This is better message from NTDC.
All right, we're still counting the varieties, but the variety we have right here in the studio is the red kidney beans. So we're going to add carrots to the mix that's frying away. We're looking forward to this because it's a different kind of beans that we're cooking today. I'm going to taste it. Just the seasoning cube is in here anyway, but I'm still going to taste it to find out how hot it is. a little bit hot. But I think I still need something, although I didn't mention it in the ingredients. I have white pepper here. I said it's optional. Now we're going to take the option. We're going to add a little bit. Okay. Shaking in some white pepper. And then I'm going to taste it again. Okay. Okay. Now it has that white pepper it's got its own taste anyway. So when it comes to the tasting part, maybe you can find out just why I added the white pepper. I don't know, maybe you'll be able to taste it, maybe not, I don't know. But when you cook, you're just supposed to balance the flavors first in your head and then in the pot, right? First it starts in your brain. The cooking process starts in your brain. Maybe you, that's just me anyway. So we'll clean up. Then what else is left to go in? Green pepper, red pepper. The last thing to go in is the sausage because sausages are cooked already. And we're going to pick this, and when immediately we add the sausages, we're adding the curry leaves, and that is the last thing to go in the pot. We're going to do that and then clean up and bring on our special guest. So don't you go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Aluku Yoruba, I say, Amala. Aluku Yoruba, I say, Amala. Yoruba money food na Amala. Oh, everybody, Amala. Bagiri, Amala. Kai, Ewedu, Amala. Egusi, Obeila, Amala. Obeata, Amala. Ofe. Hey! Aluki Igbo, I say, na akpu. Aluki Igbo, I say, na akpu. Igbo money food na akpu. Oh. Everybody, na akpu. Ofe nsala, na akpu. Ofe owere, na akpu. Ofe mmanụ. Everything.
If you travel around the world, you will find out that there is no place like Nigeria. Beautiful, peaceful, very warm and friendly climate all year round. Largest concentration of black people in the world. Hospitable, vibrant and happy people. There is no place like Nigeria. A land of opportunities, the biggest window in the world of business and investments. Extremely rich in multicultural diversity. There is no place like Nigeria. Nigeria, truly the heart of Africa. From the Nigerian Tourism Development Corporation, tourism is life.
Right, it's that time again on the show when we bring to you our very special guest. For those who love nightlife in Abuja, he's not going to be a guest to them. He's just someone they hang out with all the time. I present to you King Fudge.
Thank you very much.
So, can you tell us a little bit about what the nightlife is like right now in Abuja?
Well, for now, it's a little bit slow. Because Abuja is a political city, if I may say. It's not a business city like Lagos or Kano or elsewhere. Right. And so, with the new government in place now, I believe the gradually will pick up again.
All right. So, so the new thing about closing the joints at 10, is it affecting business at the moment? Yes,
somehow, because I must tell you, Nigerians are law-abiding people, and that information alone scares a lot of diplomats.
Okay. And so they don't want to go out at night.
Yeah, yes, and so it really affects me because why? So my style of music is for the
Nightlife.
I think
Really? When did you really know that you were going to be a musician?
actually I can't really say because why I grew up in a music family where my father is a musician, my mother she sings, and my father had a band, and so
Okay, your father had a band where?
it probably all around Nigeria because he was a soldier, and
Okay.
you know, transfer from this state to this state. Then, but
Okay.
finally at Kaduna precisely, and so
So you just learned from him?
I was very opportune, and they got a lot of lessons from the foreigners. You know, in those days in Nigeria, the best musicians are from Cameroon, Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire, everywhere. Like Nigeria, even for now, it's even worse because in 10, 15 years, a time Nigeria will have a shortage of instrumentalists.
Yeah, yeah. I noticed that. I noticed that in the music.
Yeah,
In the
yes,
music, it's all very electronic and technical
yes,
music.
and it's
Nobody is
painful.
playing the guitar or the real piano or
it's
the real
painful,
drums.
it's painful.
But you play all the instruments?
As a leader, you are forced to have idea of to most of the instrument. But for me, I point my hand directly on guitar.
And I have seen you live playing the electric guitar. That is awesome. Although right now what you have here is a box guitar. Although it's all souped up, it's looking something like this is not the regular box
No,
guitar.
yes, this
In
is
fact,
semi-acoustic.
you're just blowing us away with this one, huh? This is really a lovely guitar. I don't know much about what you do with the guitar, but this looks quite different. So, what are you going to do now? You know that you're thinking the music industry is dying slowly, especially when it comes to instrumentalists. Are you doing anything that will help ginger the industry?
Yes, as soon we'll be starting a school of music because we discovered that in the next 15 or 20 years, if Nigerians we did not move it very fast, we're going to crash in that very area, and so we're going to help in the training most of the younger ones who have interest in learning to a musical instrument, and so with the school, and now I'm the president of Abuja Resident Musicians Association, and so we want to ask the minister for a space so that we can build a music market.
All right.
Yes, like we have the GSM market, we have the computer village, we need a music market.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yes, want to bring Alaba down to Abuja yet, and so with all this curriculum, we'll be able to get.
All right, but that makes sense. So, but for you, your band, how many people play in your band?
No, at least 10.
Okay,
10
so
piece
every
band.
evening you're doing a performance, you have 10 people in your band. Where do you play presently?
The Vic Hotel at the plot 466 at Modubele Way
All
at
right.
Gerki, Abuja.
Okay, so you play every day of the week?
Yeah, Tuesday, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturday.
Okay, so you have 10 people in your band and all of them must play an instrument, or you have also vocalists?
No, I have at least 4 vocalists. Yes.
And dancers?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, but do you have problem getting dancers now? Is it
Yeah.
also a problem? It's
Yeah,
also
yes.
a problem, really?
Yes, yeah.
I figured because there was a time too that I was covering a
Yes.
bit of the night scene in
Yeah.
Abuja, and it's like people just don't want, girls don't want to dance, nobody wants to dance. Is
Yes.
it that the thing is not painted right? It's not in the right frame? People think you have to be some kind of loose person to do a
Yeah,
dance, to be a
exactly.
dancer or
And
something like that.
even-
What are you going to do about that?
Even Nigerians themselves, they don't actually support this kind of act. And you know, it's painful. Now, if you see a dancer, the first thing you say, look the way when she dey shake, man, her shaking, I like the baby. That's all. You are not,
Encouraging the
and
art.
so if they said your sister she's dancing at fucking Fudge, the first thing that will run to your mind, God, she just have to stop. because the stories are too wild, and so.
Can we stop people from thinking like that? Dancing is really an
yes,
art, isn't
yes,
it?
we
It's
can,
an art form.
we can stop that only if we have enough dance schools.
Okay. So where there will be professional
Yes,
dancers.
and so people will know that, yes, there's a dancer. And even we'll have to also orientate the dancers also to know how to
Conduct
guide themselves.
themselves,
Yes, and
I do know that before now you used to have a band that was almost a family band. What happened that band broke up from being a family band?
it's not easy. And when a man and a woman are doing the same business, the same office, I will always advise anybody that is not the best. And so,
All right. So because I know Evie Fagillo was part of your band, right?
Yes.
And that's your wife or ex-wife now? Ex-wife. All right. So when you're not playing music,
Yes.
because music now is work.
Yes.
When you want to relax, what do you do?
I'd play football.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Do you have a team particularly that you play with here in the
Yeah.
FCT?
I just come. The training ground is at the Millennium Park,
All right.
opposite Hilton.
So you also love football.
Yeah.
That's the only way you relax.
Yes.
All right. That's good to know. So thank you for coming to our show. We have cooked beans, kidney beans, and we hope that you're going to like it. Kidney beans. It's just our regular beans. So now you both they call them kidney beans. So
look
not
like,
me call
the
them kidney.
kidney
Yeah,
or
I don't know.
what?
The beans red. I don't know why they call them kidney beans. Maybe it
Okay,
resemble
so
kidney.
let me see it first. So maybe it's good.
We'll eat it
Excuse me,
shortly.
please, do you have any like heart beans?
No, only the kidney beans. That's the only one I know. All right, so that's the size of our show.
Okay.
Before we eat our kidney beans, we're going to add some sweet peppers to it, and we're going to cut the French bread, and that's it. We're good to go. So thank you for being part of the show. Thank you, King Fudge, for coming.
Thank you.
And we're going to leave him playing something on this beautiful-looking guitar.
Wow.
And we'll do this again same time next week. Bye-bye.
The kidney beans. I'm waiting for the kidney beans. What you said rap na rap make I hear you. Yeah.
You see, we don't try, make we see, so they don't tire. They don't know how they go try, me to enter, but this guitar, it doesn't make me the fine. I beg, I bring that kidney, make a chopper, make I don't feel relaxed, because me, I don't say then go try me, then see, then they them, and front